Our belief systems, the way we see ourselves, our fears, they tend to create a bias, an illusory bias of us seeing ourselves as being less powerful and less strong than we really are. And there's reasons for that, which I'm not going to get into in this video. But I just want to work with this premise, like, so what if that's true? What if we are a lot stronger than we realize? And how might that be limiting us? You know, what I see often happens in my own life and with my clients and friends is we sell ourselves short. We don't undertake things, projects and relationships and dreams that we have, because we have this illusion that we are not powerful enough or strong enough to do it. So we pass on it and settle for less. And that's one way that is really limiting. And if you think about it, a lot of, as we evolve, spiritually and emotionally and psychologically, a lot of that's what we're doing. These character building experiences are often helping us realize that we can create the life we want. We can succeed at things. We can have the relationships that we want, and what is that? So we're proving to ourselves, and we're realizing, we're awakening to that we are stronger than we thought. We are more powerful, and that we do create our lives. And and we're realizing that we do that. It's not this the karma gods or whatever else that are like doling out our life to us, like that we create it. And so we're realizing that we're stronger and we're more powerful in our relationships. We're realizing that we can endure, and that we can have our heart broken, and we can come back from it, and think we're stronger. Our heart is stronger than we realize. The other area that this can affect us is in relation to other people. So the first one was more about experiences and dreams. This one's more about other people. So we see ourselves as less powerful than other people. And maybe, we have a more sensitive personality, and we're not like as, I don't want to say manipulative, but we're not as like, as much of a aggressive and I'm going to take what I need and da-da-da-da-da. We're a little less than that. A lot of people watching this video, we're a little more chill. And there are other people that maybe are into, manipulating and taking control. And then we see, and they may be really good at those things. And they may play little mind games or whatever else. We talk, sometimes these days it's called gaslighting, or like kind of shifting it around to think it's your fault, and in various ways that if we see ourselves as less powerful than we are and not as strong, it's almost inviting these kind of more predatory personalities to kind of steal our power. We're kind of giving away our power, and it, and they may be more skilled at these types of things, but the truth is that your heart, and also if you're watching this video, you've likely done some work, like getting in touch with your heart and finding out who and what you are and what matters to you, and being authentic to yourself. All this work that you've done it really is powerful. It adds strength and power and courage and confidence. The confidence is hopefully maybe that's part of what we're talking to, but it's there, and if we will just allow it. And so there's this strength of character that's actually stronger than whatever intellectual strength or manipulative strength or people that are control freaks or predatory or whatever else. What I'm saying is the power of the heart is stronger than, the power of the mind and the mind control. And so then we don't have to allow ourselves to be controlled or bullied or intimidated, and we don't have to play the little games that maybe other people are, we don't have to give our power away. We can be in our power and we can say, no, thank you. We can say, this is what I will allow in this interaction, and this is what I will not allow in this interaction. And they may say, well, you have to do this. It's like, no, not really. I don't think so. It's like, this is my bottom line. This is what I'm willing to allow in this relationship. This is what I'm not willing to allow. I've called that, setting parameters, or it could be, called boundaries. But it's like, it's having that real strong sense and then caring about ourselves enough to access our power and not just, getting into the habit of allowing other people to, push us around when we're actually stronger than they are. You may have heard me talk about the weak controlling the strong. And that's often happening. You have these kind of power and control things. CEOs, you have people that are they're skilled and they're good at business or whatever else, but they've developed these mind, I could call them mind games or mind techniques of manipulating and taking advantage and being predatory. We see that as more powerful, and the reality is that person is likely insecure. A lot of people are talking about narcissists or whatever else. Narcissists are really insecure. Sociopaths, whatever. They're really insecure people, and they're not strong. That's why they're not internally strong. So they're trying to glean strength from the outside in their interactions to prop them up. The reality is, if you were to have if you would have a spiritual duel or whatever, you would kick their butt. And yet we're allowing them, to control us. And it's time that we, I'm just saying that maybe you don't need to do that. And in baby steps, we start by just saying, excuse me, but that doesn't work for me. And then I look at you like, what? Well, what do you mean that's what you need to do? It's like, well, no, not really. That doesn't really work for me. And so let's try something else. And they may pour it on a little more. They may get upset with you. They may shame you, whatever. And you can just stick with your guns and just saying, no, man, this is me. And this is what I want for my life. And these are the types of interactions that they don't work for me. So if you're looking for that, you should find somebody else. And then often, you're showing them that you're strong and that you're not willing to budge. So those are the two areas. The first being with our dreams and our experiences is like when we have the illusion of being less powerful and less strong than we are, we sell ourselves short and we don't go after dreams and experiences. And then also with other people, we see ourselves as less powerful as other people in relation to, and then we allow them to have power over our life. Whereas the reality is, if we just say, no, thank you. And if they have a problem, let their mind deal with our heart and see what happens. And I mean, again, it's an experiential journey. It's something to realize for yourself. So, don't believe me, but give it a shot. And just see if you stick to your guns and you stay in your heart, and you stand in your power and in your strength, and you trust that, because that's a lot. It's like trusting it is so much. That's what predatory folks do. They get you to doubt yourself, and then you're detached from your power. But if you can trust that your heart is strong and it doesn't need, to dance anyone else's dance, you know that you can do what you want in your life, People get a sense of that, and they start, whether they like it or not, they start respecting it, or they go pick on somebody else. And so anyway, you get the idea. That is my video for this week. Thank you so much for watching. And as you go through your week, my ask would be to reevaluate how strong you are, and how powerful you are. And are you underestimating your power as far as going after dreams and experiences and relationships that you really want? And are you underestimating it in relation to other people? And I will see you in a week.